Hello, everybody. Just wanted to hop on here real quick. Today's not going to be a full episode of the podcast. Just wanted to talk about a big piece of news that's been going around the NFL since, at the time of recording this last night, news broke that Jets Pro Bowl safety Jamal Adams has requested trade. Now, although this doesn't directly affect the Giants, because I do not think they should be interested in trading for Jamal Adams, it does affect them in the fact that two of the teams on Jamal Adams' 7-team list of interest or teams he'd be interested in being traded to were division rivals, the Philadelphia Eagles and the Dallas Cowboys. So, although it's not directly affecting the Giants, it does, affect the Giants in the sense that it's potentially some superstar being traded to a division rival. It's been rumored for quite some time now that the Cowboys have been very interested in trading for the safety. He is apparently a longtime Cowboys fan. Grew up in, I'm not sure Dallas, but he grew up in Texas. So they've been very interested in landing the Pro Bowl safety. When news or rumors about Jamal Adams potentially wanting to be traded last season broke out before the trade deadline, the Cowboys were one of the teams very interested. So that does affect the situation right now. The fact that the Cowboys have been rumored to be so interested in Jamal Adams for so long makes me highly doubt that they're going to be able to work out a deal. Because I think the price is just probably going to end up being too high for the Cowboys. The Jets will probably end up settling for a second round pick for Jamal Adams is my prediction. But the price for the Cowboys is definitely going to be at least a first round pick. And I don't know if the Cowboys are in the situation or are in a place to be able to pay up for that. Of course, they in the past have made moves with their first round pick to bring in immediate talent right now. A couple of years ago, bringing in Amari Cooper for their first round pick, but I just don't think this deal is going to happen with the Cowboys for some reason. I feel like the price is going to be too high for them, especially because right now the whole situation with Dak Prescott, which I'm going to be talking about in the next episode, they don't have their quarterback right now. He's not on the roster, or he hasn't signed his deal yet. So to bring in a guy like Jamal Adams right now would be a really interesting move when Jamal Adams is going to want his next contract almost immediately. Like you'd think he'd want to work on the contract extension. That's part of the reason he wants to be traded from the Jets right now. So to bring in a guy that's going to demand another big contract while you don't even have a deal done with the quarterback, I don't think that is going to happen. Now, originally I was a little bit surprised to see the Philadelphia Eagles on Jamal Adams' 7-team list. Admittedly, I was a little surprised for some reason. Just didn't see that as one of the teams he'd target. But fit-wise, it does make perfect sense. The Eagles have struggled in the secondary, at least definitely last season. That was a big issue. They made moves this offseason to acquire X-Line's cornerback Darius Slay. So they are making moves to try to build up their safety. They have quite a bit more money cap-wise than the Cowboys do. So it does make sense in a way, but for some reason I don't feel like that move is going to get made. I don't feel like the Eagles are going to bring in Jamal Adams, which, that's a relief. Maybe it's just wishful thinking for me, but I really don't think that Jamal Adams is going to be brought into the division, which is good because he wreaked havoc on the Giants last year when he was playing with the Jets. The clip, obviously, of him ripping the ball out of Daniel Jones' hands and bringing that back for 6 was, that was not great. That was the guy's a stud. Like, you don't want to play him twice a year. So I'm glad to see him not going, or not necessarily not going. Obviously, nothing's happened yet, but glad that I'm pretty positive. I don't think he's gonna be going there. If he does, it does change things. The power, I guess, standings or power rankings in the league, and not in the league, in our division would be like shaken up quite a bit by that. I'd imagine whatever team he goes to, whether that's the Eagles or the Cowboys, would probably immediately become the number one team in the power rankings division-wise. So, it is a big deal if you were to go to the division. I doubt it. I don't think a deal like that's going to get done. I don't think he's going to end up on the Eagles, and I think the Cowboys just can't make that move right now. So overall, not super affected by this news, but just thought I'd get on here real quick and talk about it. It's kind of a big deal in the NFL right now. So yeah, that's pretty much going to wrap up the video here. If you like it, like and subscribe. New episode of the podcast coming out soon. Going to be talking about the Dak Prescott situation and the whole Cowboys, basically the whole deal going on right now. But yeah, if you like the video, like and subscribe. Tune into the next episode of the podcast, and I'm out.